Hi Victim, it's Thea, and this is my TBR for the Spookathon. I do apologize if I sound a little nasally. I'm getting over a cold, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys before the Spookathon starts. So I'm going to power through it and get this video up for you guys. If you don't know, the Spookathon is going to be a week-long readathon that's happening from next week, October 17th through the 23rd, and it is hosted by Paige from Paige's Pages, Shannon from Bookerly, and Kayla from Books and Lala. I'll post all our pages down below, as well as the links to their TBR and announcement videos. And I am super excited for this readathon. I love Halloween. This readathon focuses on all things spooky, and it's going to be really casual. There's not going to be like any reading, specific like number of book challenges you have to read. So I'm very excited for this readathon. I can't wait to show you guys what I'm reading. So I'll just go ahead and list the challenges and then what I'm reading for that challenge. For the Spookathon, there are a total of 5 challenges, and I have 4 books, so I'm going to double. I don't remember the order, but I'll just go ahead and show you guys the first book that I'm reading. One of the challenges is to read a thriller for the Spookathon, and for this, I'm going to do Bird Box by Josh Mallerlin. I really don't know too much about this. I saw this on a couple people's wrap-ups for Bookathon when it was like read a book at night, and it sounded really interesting, and I heard it's pretty quick and it can be kind of scary, so I'm super excited. And I'll just go ahead and read the little description of it so I can give you guys an idea what it's about. And it says, something is out there, something terrifying that must not be seen. One glimpse and a person is driven to deadly violence. No one knows what it is or where it came from. 5 years after it began, a handful of scattered survivors remain, including Mallory and her 2 young children. Living in an abandoned house near the river, Mallory has long dreamed of fleeing to a place where her family might be safe, but the journey ahead will be terrifying. 20 miles downriver, in a rowboat, blindfolded, with nothing to rely on but Mallory's wit and her children's trained ears. One wrong choice and they will die, and something is following them. But is it man, animal, or monster? This sounds perfect for Spookathon. I'm very excited to read this, and I can't wait to be kind of creeped out and maybe even a little scared. One of the other challenges is to read a 2016 release, and I think this is great because not only are we trying to, branch out of our comfort zone, at least for me because I don't read a lot of thrillers, but getting more people to recognize newer works. And the classics are always things that I read like Frankenstein and Dracula, Mr. Hyde, but reading 2016, I think, release is something great, and I can't wait to kind of get the word out about a newer release book. And so what I chose for my 2016 release is a book called Baby Doll by Holly Overton. I really don't know much about this book. This was talked about on Slasha's channel, and I believe Reagan's channel as well. But I've heard it's kind of Gone Girl meets Girl on the Train, and it's pretty short. It's only like 200 pages, so this is definitely going to be a quick read. And this was released at the beginning of the year, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as my 2016 release. And I will read the little blurb about it. And it says, escape was just the beginning. Held captive for 8 years, Lily has grown from a teenager to an adult in a small basement prison. Her daughter, Sky, has been a captive her whole life, but one day their captor leaves the deadbolt unlocked. This is what happens next. To Lily, to her twin sister, to her mother, to her daughter, and to her captor. For fans of Gone Girl and The Girl on the Train, Baby Doll is the most tense thriller you will read this year. So in the back it says, 1 foot in front of the other, she told herself. Don't stop, just keep going. I am super excited to read this. I love Gone Girl. I really enjoy Girl on the Train. So this, I think, is going to be something that's going to be right up my alley. The challenge is to read a book with a spooky word on the cover. And this is up to interpretation as far as what you think is spooky or what sounds kind of spooky. For me, I am going to go with A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. I have heard nothing but great things about this. I have been seeing this on lots of people's calls, and I know that Paige really enjoyed it, and I believe Shannon really enjoyed it as well, and I've seen it on a lot of other different channels. And again, this book is really short. It's like 200 pages. And ghost is kind of a spooky word. I don't think ghosts are spooky, but it is a spooky word in general. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this. And I know this is about a like demonic possession, so it kind of reminded me of something of like The Conjuring, which I absolutely love. So I thought this was going to be a great chance to go ahead and get this read. The next challenge is to read a book with red on the cover, because red is kind of spooky and Halloween and, you know, blood and things like that. So I am going to go with the Outliers by Kimberly McCreight. I've heard mixed things about this, but I know of a few people who really enjoyed it. And again, this book isn't that big. It's like 300 pages, so it's definitely something that could get maybe done in a readathon. But I don't know much about this book. I will read a little bit about it here for you guys. Let's see here. It all starts with the text. Please, Wiley, I need your help. Wiley hasn't heard from Cassie in over a week. Not since their last fight. That doesn't matter. Cassie's in trouble, so Wiley decides to do what she has done so many times before, save her best friend from herself. This time is different, though. Instead of telling Wiley where she is, Cassie sends cryptic clues. And instead of having Wiley come by herself, Jasper shows up saying Cassie sent him to help. Trusting the guy who sent Cassie off the rails doesn't feel right, but Wiley has no choice. She has to ignore her gut instinct and go with him. But figuring out where Cassie is goes from difficult to dangerous, fast. As Wiley and Jasper head farther and farther north into the dense woods of Maine, Wiley struggles to control her growing sense that something is really wrong. But what isn't Cassie telling them? And what could finding her be the only beginning? In this breakneck tale of intrigue, betrayal, and deeply buried secrets, New York Times bestselling author Kimberly McCreight brilliantly chronicles a fateful journey that begins with a single decision and ends up changing everything. This sounds like it could be really good, so hoping that I really enjoy this. And since her name is in red, I'm going to use that as my red on the cover. The last challenge is to read a book with paranormal creatures or monsters or something of that nature. And if I get through all four of these, this is something that I started way back in Booktubeathon, and I never finished it, and so I wanted to go ahead and finish it now. And it's a anthology of H.P. Lovecraft's Call of Cthulhu and Other Weird Stories. I do have a couple stories left in here, and Cthulhu is kind of a paranormal creature / monster, so I'm going to go ahead and read that story out of here for Spookathon, as well as a couple others that have a paranormal creature in them. So here is my TBR for the Spookathon. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are going to be participating when Spookathon starts on Monday. I am super excited for this readathon. I cannot wait to dive into some of these spooky books. But let me know down in the comments below what you're reading, if you're participating, if you've read any of these, what are your thoughts? And if you guys would like me to do daily vlogs, I'm kind of wanting to branch out and do some more vlogging. So I'd like to maybe do some daily vlogs. But let me know down in the comments below your thoughts, opinions, anything you want to say to me. But this is what I will be reading. Hopefully if I can get through all 5 of these, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Let me know if you want any reviews on anything as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.